Capricorn, I've already shuffled the cards, so let's get right to your reading. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe. And if this is not your story, please check your other placements. Anything that you really strongly identify with, or if you'd like my advice, I recommend your Venus placement in a love reading. And not to say that that's stronger than your sun sign, but sometimes those can be pretty competitive in terms of what energies you're working with when it comes to love. All right. So Capricorn, looks like you're spending your time in collaboration with others, perhaps working on projects. But knowing you, Capricorn, you are you definitely like social standing. You like rising above and being respected. So I can see you working on that, really wanting to better yourself. And I see you, and possibly because you want your person to, see you as being that, right? And you know what? And I think that this collaboration, since this is about your person, perhaps you're working on something in a project sense, or working in partnership with your person, but it's probably not partnership so much as collab. And you are thinking you can come into union with your person here, and but you see the potential here that you might need to be your own stability. Instead of all four pillars and having that solid foundation and a great home together, you're kind of having to be that fourth pillar for yourself and be strong. You see your person as having some baggage and willing to come towards you. Even it traverse the waters, but you know what? Baggage is not always that bad. Just depends on the situation. You may, if this person's willing to traverse the waters, that they definitely think that they've got enough to offer to make the situation not so bad. I mean, it could be just some leftover residual stuff from a prior relationship. Who knows? It may not even be that much to worry about, but something to think about. I think that your person is worried that you're going to leave them in the cold. And you are a King of Pentacles, so I could see how your person could feel that way. Because the King of Pentacles is such a strong, unmovable person. They're very set in their ways so much that things are, interested in green, cash. So I'm not saying you're all about the Benjamins, but you definitely, like you do care about your social standing. You do want to have stability, and you're very capable of attaining that for yourself. And your person wants to be on that road with you, and just feeling a little bit like an outsider, right? You're also a Page of Wands. I mean, you want to come in at this with childlike wonder and investigate your person from a very passionate way, but you're also a Knight of Swords, which is, so even though you're not feeling strong about this energy, you are, feeling like you want to you have intellectual, you're interested in intellectual pursuits, but you're putting that aside, I think, a little for your person right now, and focusing on the passion. And you're also maybe you're not as so strong in this energy because you don't want your person to feel left out in the cold. Your person really, your person wants to come into union with you, so your person sees you as an empress, and that's fantastic. They see you as this, male or female. I know that this can speak of fertility and children and stuff like that, but you have to understand this is a very Earth Mother type of energy, very down to earth. But sometimes I mean, even though the Empress is very tied to the earth, you know, there's so much about nature and fertility and whatnot that's so spiritual that it has its own sense of spirituality. And you're coming at it from the point of view of being fair and logical, and you're in this justice energy where you really want to have a partnership with your person. Okay, let's see what's going on here from your person's perspective. And I have another deck that's already been pre-shuffled as well. So I'm just going to cut the deck and start laying down the cards from your person's perspective. All right. And overall energy, the Lovers. Hey, 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 hey. Capricorn. And look at that right next to it. Okay, I know that this is your overall card, so it doesn't really matter the placement, but, you know, I generally put it there, so hey. And look, some mirroring going on. Your person sees you, and you know, as being in that justice energy, just as much as you see them in that energy. Okay. All right. So your person sees you as somebody who needed to consider what's worth taking with you on the journey and what sometimes you need to leave behind. Perhaps there was a problem and you guys worked it out and compromised, and that was the compromise. Something along those lines. And your person sees you as potentially keeping your own counsel and not letting them in on everything. But your person is a Queen of Cups. So they definitely, you know, they're very focused on love, and they are very wise about love, but they're not feeling really confident in that area right now, probably because of some confusion between you guys. They see the potential of everlasting happiness with you, and you know, it kind of stands to reason, right? Look, they see you as the Empress, and we were talking about the Justice card here, about seeing, I think you guys see each other as marriage potential, or having agreement. So you not only, there's a potential for marriage, but definitely see, they see you as, lasting love, happiness, right? And they definitely know you're their soulmate. They're not sure. Well, yeah, there's, what do you call it? Always confusion in paradise, or whatever. The victory is not assured here, but this is definitely where they want to go, right? Soulmate, everlasting love, marriage, maybe, or definitely, partnership, right? They're afraid of ruining it. And your person is a King of Swords, so they tend to be, they tend not to show their feelings as much, and that's probably why this king is overriding this Queen of Cups, who's in the upside down, right? Because this king energy is stronger in your person right now. They're not going to show emotion. They pretty much want to focus on logic and truth and communication, that sort of thing. And whereas this queen tends to be more imaginative and artistic and whatnot, it's kind of been pushed into the background. Your person also sees you as the potential of being somewhat defensive, and that could be projection. I'm not saying that's correct. I don't think that they necessarily think that. It's just that they see that potential, and whether or not that's actually a reflection of you or their past histories, just being a ghost, is something that you would know. All right. So let's see what the angels have to say. And I want to make room here on the right for the angel cards here. All right. So we have, soulmate, but we knew that, right? I guess, well, we can put the card there, actually, not just here. Okay, heart-to-heart conversations. Yeah, I think that that's going to be necessary. Your person is a little worried about, you being a little defensive, but you know what? You're looking into this, and if you know that that's what they're kind of worried about, you can just kind of phrase things carefully so that they don't have to, you don't trigger that fear, because it could just be some childhood trauma that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you do that, but I think that in order to really connect with your person on this level and have this victory, you're going to have to deal with this king who needs a lot of communication. And you know what? We were just talking about this. Is talking about the defensiveness that they potentially see in you that might be a reflection of their own childhood issues. Codependency, often addictions and whatnot, really stem from that. So when I see that card, I look at that as being the underlying factor. I would, I always recommend looking up information about CPTSD. I'm not saying that someone with serious problems is a project that you need to take on, but keep that in mind in case your person really is worth it and looks like they're a soulmate. So that's always something to keep in mind. Okay. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we'll talk next time. Don't forget, hit like and subscribe.